Welcome, Running it's Manny again, and I'm here with not a big update. There's not a lot going on right now, but I wanted to do a video. I think I have a couple of ideas. I have a big idea at the very end, so stick around at the very end, and so you'll see what the big idea is. But for now, please, I see a lot of questions being asked again and again and again. I really am trying to get everybody to this channel so I can answer all your questions. Do I have every answer to every question? No, but I can at least probably lead you there. So I am a certified running coach. I do have experiences, especially running at Disney, and that's part of the big surprise at the very end. So I felt a little nostalgic, so I have Star Wars on. That's one of the defunct races, but again, it may be coming back just a little bit different. But we'll see in the near future, because I do believe a few announcements are going to be coming up pretty soon. But before we go on, just make sure to subscribe. Invite your friends. You guys have been doing a great job again of watching the videos, asking questions. Please invite your friends. Put this on any kind of social media so we can continue to grow. Again, I don't get paid for any of this. I just do this for fun, and I have a lot of fun doing this, guys. So let's get right to it. So I thought to myself a couple of things I could do. Number one is going to be what to expect from the Princess Half Marathon that's coming up in actually the expo is less than 3 weeks. So what can we expect? So guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I have never ever done a Princess run. This is going to be my first one, but I said if I'm going to do this right, I'm going to have to go. So I will be there. So I'm going to go. I actually went over the pages of rundisney.com, and it's funny because almost every question that people ask is answered there. Maybe not to your liking, and maybe that's why they ask over and over, but the answers are there. So I'm going to go over what I found, and I'm going to go over what to expect, especially having done the last two runs, the Wine and Dine last year, and of course the marathon earlier this year. So let's get right to it. I guess we'll start off with the expo, and more specifically the transportation to and from the expo. Obviously, you can use your own transportation to get there. If you're staying at any of the Walt Disney World resorts or any of the area resorts, they probably have, the Walt Disney World resorts will have transportation to and from the expo, and of course to and from the runs. There's going to be one thing. You're going to have to wear your mask. You're going to have to wear your mask indoors. So be expectant of that. And I think we've gone to the point where if people start saying, well, I didn't know, sorry guys, it is posted everywhere. It's told, it's reminded. So guys, just be prepared. I've always said this, we're all in this together. Let's keep each other safe. I did see that there was some outbreaks of COVID during the last couple of runs. I'll knock on myself and say I didn't get it, thank goodness. But there have been some outbreaks. I just pray for everybody, make sure everybody is out there and safe. And again, we're all in this together, so let's take care of ourselves. So that's part of the transportation. The area hotels, I'm not 100% sure. You're going to have to call them if you're staying at the Disney Spring area hotels or anything close by. They may have transportation there. You're going to have to call the hotel to ask for them, but obviously you can use your own transportation. So the expo itself. This is the biggest area of controversy that I see. Merchandise, and it's already on sale on eBay. I actually saw that earlier today, and I thought that was actually pretty funny, pretty comical. No, it's not already on sale on eBay, and if it is, I probably wouldn't buy it yet because you're probably going to wait a while to get it. So I did a video on what I thought they could do to stop the problem when it comes to reselling of the merchandise. Of course, Run Disney has not reached out to me. A couple of people did ask a couple of questions. So I appreciate that, and the video is in one of the it's archived, so you're going to be able to see it. But as of now, the only thing I can tell you is get there as early as possible. So the expo starts next Thursday, so 3 weeks from today at 10 a.m. So get there as early as possible. That's going to be one of the suggestions. There is going to be a line. Starting to be surprised at how early I get there and how long the lines are. So I hope to God it doesn't get to the point where people are camping out overnight, but you never know. People get into it. Now, granted to say, Grant, I'm hoping that most of the people that are there, whenever I talk to them, they've always been runners. But of course, you never know if they're part of a reselling group. So I don't know. I don't know the answers. All I'm going to say is, guys, get there as early as you can. Don't complain. I will do a video from the expo, so you'll be able to see stuff. If you see something you like, direct message me, because I'm going to probably hang around there for a few hours, so that way I can more or less gauge you if you guys have any questions. But besides that, that's all I can really say about that. So the next one is probably number 2 on the list. That's the area of controversy, is the bib pickup. You were there to sign your waiver and all of a sudden it disappeared. Gone. Finito. You're done. No, like I said before, you're okay. So all you have to do, and if you see my videos at the expo, there is tables set up for the bib where you pick up your bibs, and all you have to do is bring your proof of registration, which we all have, and you have and your ID, and they'll look you up and you're in. It's not the biggest deal. Please do not jump off a cliff. Please do not cancel your trips. Please do not badmouth Run Disney. They're aware of the situation from what I've been told. And, if there's something that happens that's really out of the ordinary, contact me and let me know so I can see if I can find out what's going on. But besides that, I've seen that everybody has been taken care of when I'm there. And Run Disney is aware of that problem. And again, don't jump off a cliff, guys. And please show up to the run. And please come up and say hi. And let's keep growing this channel. And then I'm going to move on to the next topic. So I went over the page, and run tracking is back. It's not as much as it used to be so far. And again, it hasn't updated yet. So wait another week or two, and they'll update. But now it's email and Twitter. It used to be Facebook and texting. And so the latter two they have not added. Hopefully they do. I loved it with my family. I just added them to it. They can follow my run. They would congratulate me at the very end. I think it's a great thing. I hope they go back to texting. But as of now, it's just email and Twitter. So that should be up pretty soon. The other update that they have not put up there is spectators. Now, the last couple of runs, there have been spectators. A lot of people ask, well, is there places to go? Right now, there's not, and they're not. What I was told is they're not encouraging spectators, but they're not discouraging spectators. Now, this is what I found is, number one is around the resorts, when we run around the resorts, spectators can go there. So they have flooded there. Thank you guys. And I'm going to do a whole video on spectators, just thanking you guys. Number two is when the parks opened. When we went to Magic Kingdom, the parks had just opened, so we were able to see a lot of the spectators there, and a lot of them had signs. Most of them were really, really good. Some we'll talk about, on the side. We don't talk about anything negative here. So, but besides that, spectators, they're still trying to figure out how they're going to do it. Let's see what they do with the updates, but they haven't really updated anything on the Run Disney website. So one thing I will talk about is the corrals. They've always been the same. They just changed a little bit, and it's funny because they just said all they did was they changed the name. Instead of corral A, B, C, D, it's S1, S2, S3, and so forth and so on. I think the last one is S6, which, by the way, they put me there. So guys, come and say hi. Anyway, so what I was gonna say is that it's basically the same. So they're gonna pound us in. So guys, if you're kind of a little bit concerned about COVID, wear your mask. I have my mask on until we start. Once I get to a clearing, that's when I take it off. And actually, if you watch the video, I kind of more or less kept it on the whole time during the half marathon and the full marathon. So if you guys are concerned, do that. Go to clearings, that's that. But just be prepared to be put in with a bunch of people. They're not going to distance you. You're going to be right on top of each other. So guys, be prepared for that. With that said, what can you run with? Yes, you can run with a mask. As of now, the official rule is you cannot put a mask that covers your face. But again, because of the times, I think they're allowing you to run with a mask. There is a bunch of stuff in there because people have asked about costumes. I love those questions about costumes. I love the costumes. So I've met some of the people that make the costumes. Man, you guys are fantastic. So I never wear a costume. I wear something like this. And so that's it. This is my costume. I'm Manny Runs Disney, by the way. And so, but anyways, so guys, with costumes, you just can't have anything that sticks out, anything that looks like a weapon. Anything that is going to be destructive, anything that goes down to the ground and drags. So that kind of stuff. But take a look at the Run Disney website, because a lot of people that ask the questions, it's very obvious they have not looked at this page, because it kind of tells you exactly what you can and can't do with the costumes. The next thing that it actually does tell you is what you can and can't do with selfie sticks. Now, I run with it's a small little stick, and it has a GoPro, but it doesn't expand. So from my understanding is if it expands, I couldn't be able to run with it. But since it doesn't expand, it just stays in my hand the whole time. And it's very, very easy to understand why, because it becomes obstructive. Now, I have been running with this like this, and you guys are more than welcome to see me. Somebody actually hit me and said, that's a selfie stick, you need to get off the course. That's not true. He was more upset because he ran into me and stuff. So guys, that's another one of the topics that I cover, is how we need to take care of each other. But you can't have anything that comes out. You can't have anything that looks like a weapon, even if it's a lightsaber. You cannot run with it because it looks like a weapon, and so you can't run with it. So, and again, it goes back to, we're all in this together. Let's be safe. It only takes one person who's out there doing the wrong thing. They actually do have a weapon, and it's going to ruin it for all of us. So, guys, just comply with these rules, so that way we can keep running, we can keep it magical, and we can keep saying hello to each other and encouraging each other on the run. We're all in this together, guys. All right, so something that people have been asking, is the event refundable? No, it's not refundable. It is 100% non-refundable. So people say, well, I got hurt, maybe I can defer. It's worth a shot to contact Run Disney. They have emails and they have phone numbers. As of now, that phone number will kind of bounce off of Run Disney, go back to regular Disney. So they're not going to really have answers for you. The best suggestion that I have for you guys, email them. And if you don't like what you hear, email them again, because they do send you a survey saying, did you like what you heard? And then after that, you can escalate it. But at least you have proof that you've contacted them, versus on the phone. If they don't pick up or anything, they may or may not record it. They're supposed to record everything. But with email, you have proof. So now you can take it to Run Disney and say, hey, we did this. But, I let you know that this is happening. So, but again, if you're hurt, they're probably not going to do anything. You cannot transfer it to another person. So the only person, there's only one time that I have actually seen that they actually did defer a run or actually got a refund, and that was military. And so that's 100% understandable. The person had signed up, then all of a sudden they got their orders, they couldn't make it, so they showed their orders, and Disney World refunded them 100%. But that's the only exception that I've ever seen. But you never know. I always say give it a shot, and make sure you have some proof that you have been trying to contact them. Because going up to them and saying, man, I tried contacting you 3 times, but you don't have any proof, and proof that you have actually tried to ask questions. That's why email is the best bet for you guys. But for you guys who are trying to do this, magical luck. And if you've tried it and you successfully gotten your money back, please put your information down below, because I would love to share that with other runners. So the last thing in this section is medals. So what happens if I get swept? I did not finish the run. Do I still get my medals? The correct answer is yes. You still get your medals. So you will get your 10K, your 5K. Actually, 5K you don't get swept. It's non-time. So 10K, half full, you will get your medals. One thing though, if you get swept and you're in a challenge, you just won't get your challenge medal. So that's my understanding. So now what happens if you get swept in your 10K, but then in your half you finish? My guess is you're probably going to be able to get away with it and get the medals. So they used to check. Now that you just walk right through and they give you your medal. At least the last 2 times they've done that. But usually they would look and then they say, you're okay, go. You're okay, go. Right now they're not doing that. So my guess is you probably can get the challenge medal if you get swept for the first one, but not the second one. You could probably just not even run the first one and then run the second one and get away with it. But again, guys, I encourage you guys. I always look at this. I remember once trying to be given something that I didn't earn, and I said no. So in that scenario, I just didn't take that. And so, but it's up to you guys. Whatever you guys want to do, and that's it. But I encourage you guys, especially if you have questions, besides asking the questions down here, because I love doing this, so please ask the questions down here. Go to the Run Disney page and look. They have all the answers there, and people keep asking. So just, look for the answers there. I think what people do is they're trying to justify, what they want to do in their mind. And, that's okay. Ask the questions here. But again, a lot of them, they're going to say no. Most of them are going to be no. So now for the big announcement. So I calculated, I have almost 600 miles total run in Disney parks. So this includes Disneyland in California and Disney World in Florida. I have not run Disneyland Paris. But I actually thought about setting up a club. So I have yet to name it, but of course we're the Runnineers, so I was thinking of calling it the Runnineer Club or Runnineer Association or something like that. And it's going to be based on your mileage. And so I don't want. The one thing that I look at the Run Disney, the Club Run Disney, is that it charges you so much for, in my opinion, not much value that you get. And I've done a video in the past, and I probably will do another one soon, where I just don't see the value. Now, if we add the value to it, so we have a web page where people do get to certain marks where they run 50 miles in Disney, 100 miles in Disney, 500 miles in Disney, 1,000, and I have seen people who have run over 1,000 miles at Disney. I mean, we need to really, really sit there and go man, this is so cool, and maybe have a club for that. So look for future, future videos where probably during the summer, I'm going to really, really sit down and solidify it, but I'm actually taking some steps. So I'll have shirts with the mileages and so forth, and to share with you guys, so that way you can, it could help encourage you guys. One of the things I love about this channel is it's encouraging. I actually had somebody who came up to me and said, Manny, you keep it positive. It's awesome. And that's what it's about. Keeping it positive, keeping it great, keeping it growing. We're all in this together, guys. And I'll say this over and over and over. We're all in this together. If you see my runs at the Disney World Marathon, there was twice where people fell. And I actually stopped recording because I went to help. I'm first aid trained. So I went to help. And that's what Run Disney, the running community in general, should be all about. But I know for a fact, Run Disney, that's what we're about. We're about helping each other, and we got each other's back. So that's it for this video. This one was the long one. The last one was a little bit short. So next week, I'll come up with probably a medium-sized one. And then shortly after that, we are heading to Disney World. I'm so excited to run. And I actually did book my first. This is my first one. So I got the Mears Express for the next one, but I had the new one, which is Sunshine Flyers, I believe. I booked that for the Springtime Surprise. So it's supposed to be real cool. It's a little bit different. It looks a little bit different because you have to get an hour. You book for an hour, but I'm gonna film it, guys, and I'm gonna do the differences of the Mears Express, which is basically the same thing as a Magical Express. Maybe a tidbit, a difference here and there, but it's just basically the same thing. And to see the difference, but I'm excited about that too. Guys, I don't want to take up much more of your time. Thank you guys for viewing. Remember to subscribe, like, and as always, create a magical run, guys.